remove the illusions of the human side of it that is fake. It's not real. Pain is not real. We think it is because we've given it so much power over the years. This is thousands of years in the making. Quiet your mind. It's scary sometimes to quiet your mind because you just might hear truth. You just might hear your soul saying, take that leap of faith. Go skydiving because you dream of it. Go find yourself a new job because that new job that you'll find will really fulfill you. It's scary to hear that, but you need to hear it. Quiet yourself. Stop the busyness so that you can hear truth from your soul. Welcome to Get Real with Deb, the Monday morning podcast for awakening souls who are ready to break free from ego-driven cycles and to live from your truth and your inner power. I'm Deb Heenahan. Each week we uncover truths, we find inspiration through real stories and raw conversations, and we invite your physical being to meet your authentic self. This is where you allow your soul to finally lead. It's exciting, raw, and real. This, my friends, is where the magic happens. So let's get real together. Today is going to be a heart-to-heart. It's a topic that we should all be thinking about, embracing, and definitely talking about out loud. This is about the physical, human side of us and the spiritual, soul-led side of us. This is really about getting real. It's about understanding the difference with the physical and the spiritual, and it's about taking it the step where we need to go by merging the two. The reason why I bring this up is because we are lost. The physical, human-driven ways of living are not helping us. They're also not really what we were supposed to be here for. We're not meant to be here to feel pain. Did you know that? We only feel pain. We only know bad versus good. We only know downs versus up. We only know challenges and frustration. We only know all of that because that has been introduced to us as a human person and has been driven into our brains year after year after year, thousands of years in the making, that we are here now today, buried, suffocated, brainwashed by all of the human-driven words, by all of the human-driven beliefs, by all of the human-driven madness that has taken us further and further away from who we truly are. We have forgotten who we truly are right now, the true essence of our being, because of life's experiences here in the physical world that were not meant to be the way they are. Now, let me try to explain this. When we came into this world, when our spiritual self said, "Oh, I can't wait to go to the classroom or the playground and be in this physical body to experience all of the physical sensations. I can't wait." When we came in thinking, knowing, I should say, not even just thinking or believing, we knew coming in that we were just here to play, to really enjoy the sensations of the physical being. All of it, that we're going to experience this greatness and it's going to be really happy and joyful. And if you ever watch the beautiful innocence of a child, it's fascinating to me because they only know that they're here to play. They're very literal, right? They say what they mean because they're not afraid to just speak truth, because that's what we're here for. You speak truth and there's no hidden agenda behind it. But then we all start to grow up in the environment that has taught us otherwise. I'm here today because for me, over the decades, I have hidden myself quite a long time. I have avoided saying spiritual. I have avoided saying I'm a very deep person. I think differently. And those of you that know me, yes, in the last 10 years, it's different, but I'm talking about the first half of my life. I hid myself. I hid my true feelings. I would step off into my own little place to say, why do people think the way they think and why do they say those things? What's wrong with them? And I always questioned, why would someone want to be mean to someone else? Doesn't mean I haven't been mean to somebody else. I have, but that's because I have lost myself at different times. But the true essence of who I am and of who you are is only love and grace, harmony, ease, peace, abundance, joy, health, happiness. We are only that, and we have forgotten it. And so I introduce to you today the opportunity or the invitation for you to pause and look at yourself. Recognize that you do have two sides to you. It really is all one, but I'm going to describe it as two because, again, we're here living in the physical body. We're renting this body to have an experience that's supposed to be fun. We've lost the fun because we're brainwashed by the way the human driven items has taken us. But I want you to give yourself permission to observe. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what doesn't feel good? And can you do something about it? Because the answer is you can. When I hid myself from saying I'm spiritual and I'm deep, and I kept quiet into myself and talked with my higher power, for me is God. You choose whoever your higher power is, name, source, universe, whatever. But I would turn to God and say, what is wrong with all of these people here? And I even would go to the place of saying, what are these humans doing? As if I'm not a human, and I know I am, but we're really not. We're really spiritual beings just living here in this place to remember who we are, to remember why we came here, to really remove the illusions of the human side of it that is fake. It's not real. Pain is not real. We think it is because we've given it so much power over the years. This is thousands of years in the making. We have given so much power to pain, to bad, to ugliness, to challenges, to stress, to fears. We have made it real. I've tested this over my lifetime when I have stepped back and I have gone to God to give me strength to survive, to be able to understand what we're really here for. It is only then where I've been able to feel within myself that, oh, wow, I've just gotten pulled in to the fakeness and the illusions and the limited beliefs. But when I can turn that off, it's like a movie. Shut off the TV, which, by the way, you should do it anyway because the world is nuts and you can get pulled into it. But turn off that noise. Quiet your mind. It's scary sometimes to quiet your mind because you just might hear truth. You just might hear your soul saying, take that leap of faith. Go skydiving because you dream of it. Go find yourself a new job because that new job that you'll find will really fulfill you. It's scary to hear that, but you need to hear it. Quiet yourself. Stop the busyness so that you can hear truth from your soul. And whether you're ready to follow that truth or not, that's another item. But first, listen. Make note of it. Grab a journal, write down what your soul is telling you. All of the things that you are likely ignoring, I've done it all of my life. When I've been in relationships and I've seen red flags and I've known something intuitively and I ignored it. When I knew that someone was blatantly lying to me and making me look like the monster, and I so graciously accepted it as if I were doing something wrong. That was me falling into that fakeness and ignoring my truth. I've had to go through relationship after relationship to see that item and many, many others. That's just one, because I wasn't always treated that way by all of the different people, just a few times. But either way, I've gone through relationship after relationship because I had to see what the fakeness was from myself, from the other person, from us together. No blame, but what my role was in this and how I could allow my soul to step in, allow my truth to step in, allow me to live with my soul leading. Because when that happens, I am in my heart. I am in my power. I get fired up right now and I get the goosebumps. I know what it feels like to be coming from my true self. And it's amazing. In fact, it's so miraculous that things that would typically crumble, they don't crumble. I'm going to give you an example. Everything is symbolic. When something happens in your life, you have to look at it and say, universe, God, source, whomever, what are you showing me in this experience? In the last couple of months, so a year ago, I left my 30-plus-year career to devote myself to my life passion of talking about your spiritual self and physical, how to be spiritual in the physical world. That's what I'm here for. I love it. I can't wait to keep on talking about it. But I left a year ago, and I've been trying to build things up, and it has been stressful and overwhelming and all of those things. But when I'm in my truth, I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. These last couple months, though, have been really testing me or taxing me to the point where my vehicle battery kept on dying. And then whenever I got the battery fixed in my car, because it wasn't just the battery, it was the terminal and all these other things that were draining the battery without knowing. And I'm feeling exhausted in my life. I get that fixed. I'm still exhausted. I'm still burning the candle at both ends. I'm doing too much. My mower decides to stop running while cutting the grass. What? Doesn't a battery charge while it's running? Symbolic. The mower died because it ran out of steam, because it was running and trying to reach a certain state. This is me. I'm trying to do everything that I can to help everyone because I know what it's like to live through challenges and ups and downs and abandonment and loss and abuse and everything else. And I can't wait to share the roadmaps to help everybody. So I'm really focused on driving and driving and driving, getting this done when I'm really depleting myself because I'm focused on the human-driven satisfaction or achievement, when all that I really need to do is breathe, slow down, hop on the train versus the roller coaster. Even though the roller coaster is fun, it's too much. Batteries dying in every vehicle and things that I have around me is symbolic of what's happening to me because I'm allowing my human self to drive versus my soul-led self. So when I hit pause, and I allow for the noise of me trying to get all of these things done now, and I quiet my mind and I put my hand on my heart, I know that just by being me and taking my time to do one item, chip away at it when I am energized to do so, everything will fall into place with ease. I have many examples that I will be giving as I'm doing all of these different talks of miracles that have happened, things that you can't make up. When you can come from your soul, from your truth, when you are in your power, you will know it because it is like no other feeling you could ever feel. But when you're in that place, everything just works. Everything falls into place. Miracles and gifts come pouring in. Blessing after blessing, even if there is a hiccup, even if there is one moment where you trip up and fall, you don't have a cut, you stand up and you're now even stronger. This, my friends, is living from your soul, living from the beautiful essence of who you are. bringing the spiritual side into your human body and allowing your soul to lead. Because when you do that, only love exists. Only happiness can exist. The pain and all of the human made BS disappears because it's not real. This is a very big deal, and it's not easy because you have to work through all of the conditioning, all of the beliefs that you have heard, that you have given into, that you've handed over your power to. You have to root through those and say, is this truth for me? Some may still be truth for you, and that's fine because it is one step at a time. But a lot of those things are not real, and it's time for you to let them go. And the only way to do that is to recognize them and say, this does not work for me. This is an illusion. That's not how it works in my world. And you choose how it works for you. You are one very powerful individual who already has what you need to achieve what you desire. You choose you. You are the author of your own story. Your thoughts, your words, your actions are writing your story. So make sure you're paying attention to what you're thinking, saying, and doing. Because when your thoughts, words, and actions are writing your story, my question to you is, are you holding the pen? Because you should be. You can indeed create your world filled with happiness, love, joy, peace, and ease, while everyone around you has the opposite. I have done it many times. I was pregnant with my second child, who was due in August, and everyone, I'm talking everyone, said, oh my gosh, you're due in August. Oh, you're going to hate it. You're going to swell. It's a terrible time. It's hot. You are going to be miserable as can be. And all that I could think was, that's really interesting that you all say that, because that's not the way that I feel. When I think about it, if I really pay attention to my soul speaking, my soul says, doesn't feel good to me. So guess what? That wasn't my story, because I chose to have a really great pregnancy. And while he was born in July, came 3 weeks early, still a hot month. It was absolutely amazing. I was so happy, healthy, cool. I didn't swell. It was a fantastic, wonderful, joyful pregnancy. Why? Because I didn't feed into this stuff over here, all the noise. I know everybody's experiences are what they are, but that doesn't mean it has to be yours. I chose the experience I wanted to have, and that's the experience I had, because I know where my soul is. I know my power. I know my true essence of being here is love, ease, peace, happiness, and joy, and that is what I created for myself. Recognize what your truth is. Recognize what doesn't work for you. Get rid of it, just like that, by making a choice. Choose your reality. Choose the story you wish to have. Choose the spiritual side. Allow your soul to lead, because I'm going to tell you that when your soul leads, it's magnificent. It's miraculous, and it is a place you're going to want to stay. Even when you get knocked off, you only get knocked off for a very quick moment, because the moment you step into your power and you live from your spiritual self, you can indeed continue to have all of the physical sensations and the abundance financially as well. All of the things that we have physically, you can have that with ease when you come from your spiritual self. That's why we're here. Love yourself, your physical self, your spiritual self. Work to allow your spiritual soul to lead you, because only more greatness can come from that. And I'll see you in the next Get Real with Deb episode. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today on Get Real with Deb. If today's episode inspired you, hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and leave a comment for us at Get Real Live Your Story on all socials. Now, are you ready to jumpstart your journey to living from your truth and your authenticity? If you are, grab my free program and get started right away. And right now, for the upcoming holiday season, when you register for the free program, you'll also unlock a special discount for my masterclass, which is starting in January. You can find all details at getrealliveyourstory.com. I truly appreciate your presence and your energy, and I'd love for you to join me every Monday as we dive deeper into uncovering your true self and stepping fully into your power. And until then, I'm sending you lots of love and light.